Right. So today we're going deep, like really deep into resilience perspective.
I like it.
And we're using this, like, I don't know, it's like this collection of thoughts and observations, kind of like,
Like a journal almost.
almost like a journal. Yeah, like a wisdom journal
Yeah, I like
for
that.
navigating life's
Right.
ups and downs.
The good times and the bad times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, if you were looking for like a quick hit of inspiration,
Yeah.
you were in the right place, my friend.
This is it.
This is it.
Absolutely. And one thing that really struck me was how the source, jumps right into this whole idea of abundance.
Okay.
Right off the bat, it says, look for abundance, expect it, and it will be there for you everywhere.
It's like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Yeah.
I feel like we hear that a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But we forget it.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so easy to get caught up, like, in what's missing. Right.
But this is saying, like, if you expect abundance, you're going to see it everywhere.
Yeah, it is. Like, you just got to shift your perspective.
Yeah.
If you constantly focus on what you're lacking, then yeah, you're going to find more and more evidence to support that you lack.
Right.
But if you're actively seeking abundance, you're anticipating abundance, then you open yourself up to a whole world of new possibilities.
It's like when you lose your keys and they're like right there,
Oh, yeah.
but you can't see them because you're like so focused on them not being there.
You're expecting them to be lost.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
The source also says, you've seen the bad days pass. You've learned that everything is temporary. You've done things you said you couldn't do. You've overcome things you thought you couldn't.
That's powerful.
It's powerful.
And you know what it made me think of is like,
Yeah.
it's like a reminder for us that we all have a history
Yes.
of overcoming these challenges.
You all have a past, right? Like, we've all been through some stuff, and it's about recognizing that resilience that we all have within us. Like,
Yeah, we all got it.
we've got it, and we can use those experiences to fuel our confidence, in facing any future obstacles that might come up.
Yeah, it's like remembering that time that you aced that presentation that you were totally dreading.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you found that inner strength, you got through it,
Yeah.
and you realized you could handle it,
Yeah.
Speaking of overcoming challenges, there's this powerful metaphor that, like, really hit me.
Okay.
Whoever abandoned you in the middle of the forest has no right to know what the wolves did to you or how you managed to find the road.
Ooh, that's good.
Right.
That's deep. What do you think that means?
Well, to me, it's about, like, reclaiming our own stories.
Okay.
Like, think of the forest as those tough times.
Okay.
The wolves are like those obstacles we face.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who abandon us
Right.
are the ones who weren't there during those hard times.
The ones that weren't there to support us.
Exactly.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's saying that, like, those people
They don't get to.
don't deserve
Yeah.
a front row seat
To our successes.
to our victories. Yeah.
To our triumphs.
Yeah. They weren't there in the struggle. So,
Nay, it's about acknowledging our own strength, our own resilience,
yes.
regardless of whether someone was there to witness it or support us through it.
It's like we did it on our own.
Yeah, exactly.
And this kind of leads us to the next part, which says, being impudent is not being frank. Criticizing everyone is not wanting good. Tactlessness is not being outspoken. Bullying is not being the same inside and out.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's about authenticity.
Yeah, it's about being genuine.
Like being true to yourself.
Right. It's about recognizing the difference between genuine kindness and destructive negativity,
Yeah.
Like, the source is encouraging us to be mindful of
Yeah.
our intentions, how our words impact others.
It's like, are we trying to be helpful or are we just like, being mean?
Right. There's a big difference between constructive criticism and just being harsh.
So how do we walk that line?
That's the question, isn't it?
Okay.
I mean, for me, it comes down to awareness and intention. Before you speak, ask yourself,
Yeah.
are you trying to help someone grow?
Okay.
Or are you just venting your frustrations?
Right.
Are you being truthful,
Yeah.
but also respectful
Right.
and kind?
Like those are the filters.
Yeah, those are the questions we should be asking ourselves.
I love that. That's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
So, wow, this has been like a really great reminder
Yeah.
about resilience, perspective,
Absolutely.
and really owning like our self-expression.
Yeah, and our own stories.
We've covered a lot today, like expecting abundance, finding strength in those past victories, and protecting our journeys from like the people who haven't really earned a place in them.
Right. It's about setting boundaries.
Yes, it's about boundaries. And it's like,
And taking ownership of our
it
experiences.
is.
We have the power, to choose how we respond to challenges, how we frame our stories.
It's like it's all in our control.
It is how we engage with the world.
So before we wrap up, I have a question for you.
Okay, shoot.
Think about a current challenge in your life.
Yeah.
How can you apply like this whole idea of expecting abundance to that? And thinking back to that wolf analogy, who in your life maybe doesn't deserve that front row seat?
Interesting.
Keep diving deep, everyone. And remember, you are stronger than you think.
You got this.